So with no further delay, let's get into a little thing we like to call reviews.
It's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gon' blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist would play.
Well, all right. Now that AI song's over, folks, let's get into it here. Like I teased earlier, I saw when I was at Comic-Con, Fantastic Four First Steps. And then you saw it, and we wanted to see it together, but timing didn't work with the con. But I'm excited to talk about this with you. Like I said, I fell asleep the first time I saw it, so I went back today to refresh, and I saw it in 4DX, so I got the 3D glasses, I got the moving chair, and I had a new appreciation. But essentially, the plot of this movie is this is 4 years after the Fantastic Four got their powers. Everyone loves them. And then, unfortunately, Silver Surfer comes and says, hey, your world is about to end. Galactus is coming. And they have to find a way to stop Galactus from coming. And he gives them one option. If you give me your baby, I'll leave your planet unharmed. And, of course, like, fuck you. We're not giving you our baby. We're going to find a way to not kill the universe or whatever. And that's the plot. I don't know. Well, how'd you feel about the movie? Did you have a different viewpoint than me on that plot?
Based on your awesome premise, your synopsis of the movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Honestly, I thought it was a fun movie, man. I dig what I dig the most, and I knew I was gonna dig it based off like the photos and the trailer and the couple of teasers.
I think I know where you're going with this.
It's actually it's the whole set piece, the whole universe. It was like the Jetsons.
A post futuristic yet old school vibe. Like it looks like it's the 60s or 70s, but they have flying cars and it's just visually
only Reed had
the Fantastic. Well,
this was what
were there police cars that flew around, but those were technically with Reed. He set up when he's like, "Oh, that's me," and it's like, okay, but yeah. I love the visuals. This is directed by the guy who did WandaVision. So essentially he got to do what he did there, the set design was beautiful. And today what I noticed, something I never really fully give props to in a movie that I loved here, hair and makeup. Everyone had very specific hair and it looked interesting. The makeup, of course, for the bruises and stuff, but even the wardrobe, it has this lived-in, very technical. You can see different things on the suit. I'm like, wonder what that's there for, and what that's there for. And it just the fact that you didn't have to essentially see 30 to 40 other movies. This you just go in and you're not getting an origin story. You're getting a quick, brief summary, but it's just you're going blind, and it's a fun time. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Like the whole set design, the whole atmosphere, like what they created for that specific universe, it just worked. It really did. Everything clicked. Everything worked. And it's like you don't really. What I liked about it is that even though it's an MCU film, I don't know. I think it was like the first start of Phase 6 or whatever.
Yeah, Phase. Yeah, I don't even know at this point.
The good thing is that you don't really have to watch any of them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like you can just go in and be like, you don't even have to know anything about the Fantastic Four. What's great about it, it gives you a little intro, like in a retro 60s style,
Yes. Like an ABC special of like the first 4 years of the Fantastic Four. And it looks sexy, dude.
Everything looked great. Like the film grain and like the whole.
I wish the whole movie was that. Honestly, that I would have loved.
It kind of reminded me. It's like if you watch something from like the late '60s about the Beatles, and then like a special like that, it would be kind of like that.
Yeah. But
yeah, it was great. Because I don't want to talk about the previous Fantastic Four movies, but
sure, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's do it. The Corman one, cheesy and funny to watch. Unfortunately, you can only watch it illegally on YouTube, so it's not that illegal. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the Elba Chris Evans one. It wasn't great. The sequel was okay. We got Captain Holt in that one, so that was cool. But the Josh Trank one, that was a tough one. But this one, was so much. Sorry. No,
No,
go
that's
ahead.
all right. That's all right. That's all right. We're both excited.
But
so that's okay.
so like the other ones, like, oh no, we got these powers, and like Ben is so sad. He's like, oh, I'm this hulking thing, but in this, he's embraced who he is. He's loving it. He's showing off to kids. He's a big figure, and that's cool. And Johnny in those other movies, he's a hotshot playboy. In this, he's kind of like just a sassy, fun, kind of cool sidekick guy. And the thing, I mean, Vanessa Kirby was good as a Mrs. Invisible Woman. But I like that Reed Richards essentially had autism, and like they would call it out, but they're like, no, but that's what makes you special. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, man. I appreciate that.
Everyone there did a great job, and like it's like what you mentioned. It's like what is it like? It improved all the characters improved, on the previous Fantastic Four movies, even though it's like obviously it's like different studio and all that, but yeah, it's like I felt like every character got to shine a light, got to like had their own spotlight.
Yeah,
I personally wish they kind of focus more on the thing, but
yes, I mean what he got was cool.
That,
But sticking with the thing, one character who was just a side character who kind of blew me away because I've never seen her like that, Natasha Lyonne's character. Like, I really enjoyed what we got out of her in this. Like, she's not just playing this like, blah, blah, blah. She's more like, oh, yeah, I'm the Jewish faith. You come here to pray. Hey, why don't you come into my class? And this, like, I really like what she did. And then another character that I loved, man, Herbie. Herbie was the fucking shit, man. I loved him.
It was great, yeah. And then my personal favorite was Mole man. Like he had such a small part.
Paul Walter Hauser killed it, dude. And just the way he had that, like, see here. Oh man, I love him, dude.
Yeah, like the way he's like, I hate everybody except for Sue Storm. I'll follow you. I love you, Sue.
And then like when he holds all the power, he's like, I want. No, sorry, yeah. When it was like, I want him to ask me for a favor, and or like everyone's getting mad. Johnny's mad. He's like, hey, don't blame me, Johnny. I didn't dress you. And like he's dressed like a weird mole man, but Johnny's dressed like a regular guy, and he has all the verbatim. This Paul Walter Hauser, like, oh man. I was sad that we didn't get John Malkovich as the Red Guardian or whatever, not Red Guardian, whatever his character is. We just saw his monkeys. But I'm not gonna lie. I was like
that was kind of like a downside.
Yeah. But we did kind of see him in the animation at the end, kind of seeing that character, but it's not the same. But I was so interesting. I liked what they did with the Silver Surfer here. Charbel. Like just watching like the way she surfs and like the way she does. I was mesmerized by it. Like she was really cool. I felt Galactus, he should have been more of a threat. Like he shows up and he does a little bit and it's like, I wanted more danger. I don't know, out of that.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I felt the same way. I feel like you can kind of tell that they recut a lot. They recut the entire film to make it a little bit shorter because I feel like there could have been more additional scenes, especially with that part where they decide they want to use the Franklin, the baby, as bait, as bait, and then she's explaining about her backstory, her and Sue and Johnny's backstory.
That was touching.
They were kids. I feel like that was touching. I feel like there was probably some additional stuff, but they probably just had to cut it.
Oh yeah, and like honestly, I thought the third act was going to be different. I thought like. Sorry, not spoiling, but I guess it is because this doesn't happen. I thought it was going to be like when she's like, oh, Reed, you've considered giving our baby to this guy? And he's like, no. I thought maybe they'd make Reed the bad guy. He would want to give Franklin over. And then there'd be that whole feud with her and him. And I'm like, I guess you don't want that. That would have been kind of like, what? Yeah. The guy we're rooting for? But another thing I dug was the family dynamic. It's not like they're characters that come together, like they live together, the way they function, even the way they fight. Like each person has a specific task and goal that goes together like a Voltron character almost.
Oh yeah. Everyone it's kind of like, well, then they had years to figure out, from the backstory, and especially for this movie, they had years to figure out what they can do and what they can't do. I did like the whole scientific, explanation of why Johnny can't just be flaming on the entire time because he's consuming oxygen. So he has to check, how much oxygen he needs, or he's gonna pass out, or he can't use his power. So there are limitations.
Which is nice. We've never seen that.
You've never seen that, and all the other superhero movies are fantastic. Pre-Fantastic Four. Johnny sort of, he's just on fire all the
Flame
time.
on.
Yeah,
and I like at first, the first viewing, I was kind of, the joke didn't work for me, but the second viewing, the joke really worked. The whole Johnny trying to get Ben to say like it's clobbering time. That was kind of funny, I thought. But
and I did enjoy the part where it's in the trailer, so it's like when Galactic is like knocks the thing out and he's like flying out of orbit, and Johnny catches him, and that's when he's like say the thing. What's funny is because since I play a lot of Marvel Rivals since it first came out, so that game has like team ups that you can do between characters. So when they did the recent update, they included that part where you can carry the thing as a Human Torch and throw him into an area. Yeah, and he
that's kind of funny.
A shockwave. It's pretty cool. So it's pretty cool that I bet you they collaborated with Marvel to do that part. So I thought that was pretty fun. But in my opinion, my only downside is just, I feel like the fight scene with Galactic should have been a little bit more threatening.
Yeah.
It was kind of smart what Reed thought about towards the end. And
that would have made that would have made sense to bring us into where they're going to be coming to our the other Earth 626 or whatnot. Or so much, there's so many different avenues they could have gone, and it's interesting the way they ended. Three things that kind of stuck out as a thorn in my side a little bit, which are very minor things. One, Johnny can just flame on and wear clothes. His clothes don't burn, regular clothes. I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. And then Sue, when she goes invisible, her clothes go invisible. I'm like, what? And she can I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's like that in the comics.
I'm not entirely. I don't. I know, like in the early ones, you can see Johnny's underwear throughout the fire, But yeah, that was kind of a little bit weird when they see when Silver Surfer pops up, and then you see he goes and try to chase her, but he's still wearing his clothes. Like, was her clothes fireproof, or did the fire go through? I was so confused
because I think at one point when Reed makes the new suit, he's like, "Oh, this one's flame retardant." And it's like, okay, but all the other clothes he's been wearing haven't really burnt. So is Reed making all his clothes for him or something?
I guess so.
I don't know.
I mean, so speaking of Reed, what I did enjoy is the writers, doing all this techno babble, all this the way he's talking about very, very specific scientific stuff. It kind of reminded me a little bit of early days of watching Star Trek. Because in the original series, and especially in the Next Generation, there are some episodes where they just start talking about technobabble, this and that. And you're like, what's going on? And that's how Reed was talking about when he was talking about stuff about the orbit. That scene when they're being they're trying to escape, Galactus, and Silver Surfer's being chased. The whole wormhole where this she follows
take months
them.
For her to come out, or
and then he come up with this great idea where, we're gonna go inside this black hole, but there's a chance that we might get fucked up in there, but there's a chance that she might get stuck in there. So I think that was great writing right there.
And that's what I like. I feel like we have scientists. We have I guess Tony Stark's not a scientist, but Bruce Banner even as smart Hulk, we don't ever see him really doing anything besides look at beakers. In this, he's doing the math. He's running all the probabilities.
Yeah,
it's like, why don't we get this? Like, it's not just we're gonna fight. It's like, no, let's think about all the options and do the best one. It's kind of nice to see a different point of view.
Yeah, I would love to see that in the upcoming, like, you know, like Doomsday and
like
Secret
in Doomsday.
Wars. Yeah. If he does that, if he pulls that stuff, then yeah, it's gonna be great.
And
but
that's
I thought
reports are claiming he's going to be running being in charge of the Avengers. So hopefully we'll get that. But I'm always afraid when you go from one movie, like kind of like what they did with the whole Defenders. Each showrunner had a very specific voice, but then when it came down to doing the Defenders,
it didn't work.
People felt off. So I'm hoping that they can keep the tone of these characters, not just solidify them as different. I hope not. I hope they're better than that.
Yeah,
but
no, yeah.
And the other,
I thought the writing was great. I thought the writing was good. So, you know, you know, if you know, you can have cool ass action scenes, cool ass special effects, but if you're writing horrible and cheesy and corny, for me, in my opinion, it's a big no for me. It throws me off.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't want to watch this
because that's all they become. It's all pre-viz CG fights, and even things that shouldn't be like computer generated are. And this. It should be. You got an invisible man, a woman, you got a fiery man, we got a stretchy man, we got a rock man, but they don't do too much. Like, we don't see Reed stretch often. We don't see Sue go invisible. Like, they use them like sparingly. And this is more of a character driven movie opposed to just, we got to fight all the time. And we should get more of that, I think. Like, it's really nice to see. But I will say the other thing that is kind of weird to me is all the product placement. Weird things like 7-Up and Canadian Dry, Pop-Tarts, Little Caesars.
A lot of
the Lucky Charms and shit. It's just so funny. It's like every scene, it's like, are they getting paid for this? They have to be.
They have to be. You know, it's like, but yeah, that was great too, because you know they had the original logo with how they looked like in the 60s or like around that era. So
opposed to when you get movies and shows that have like soda cans, but it's clearly 2000s and not 90s or 80s and stuff like that. Man.
I thought it was great. You know, everything about that movie was fun. I kind of feel like I'm telling people, like, it's a family film. It's actually like an actual family film.
Yeah, and it's genuinely good. It kind of feels like a live action, because I know it was slightly based off live action Incredibles almost. Like,
there you go.
Kind of gives that vibe, but not that vibe. Like, I feel like everyone can go and see this and enjoy it and have a good time and not be bored or think, this is superhero-y or too Marvel for me. And it's crazy because people are like, oh my God, it slipped 60% from what it made last week. But it's like, dude, it already made its budget back and it's been #1 at the box office for 2 weeks. I don't think you got to worry. Like, it's just movies don't make what they used to make. And I think for this one, Marvel spent less money in production than other films. So it's like, just chill. Who cares about the box office? Like, it's fine. It's going to find another life on Disney Plus, and I think we're good. With where they're at. People are freaking out right now because it didn't make as much as it did the week before. Superman made a lot in its 3 weeks, and it's like it's already, I think, made more than Superman's made in its whole run. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
that
so.
Shouldn't matter.
But honestly, speaking of Superman, I prefer Fantastic Four than actually Superman. So I think Fantastic Four is a better looking film. It's a better better writing. The story arc was a little bit towards the end. Obviously I'm not gonna blame
sure.
It's hard to make it's hard to write a third act. It really is. So, and
it's interesting because if this was a day ago, if we recorded on Sunday opposed to Tuesday when we're recording now, I was thinking Superman was much better. And then actually watching all of it today, I'm like, holy shit, this is a really good movie. Like, so much better than it has kind of like a muted color palette to it, which is kind of good and lends itself to that weird time period. Yeah, overall, I agree. I think Superman is good, but not as good as this. And what I like about this, it's a feeling of hope and community and family and acceptance and doing what's right. And there's so much going on for it, I think.
Yeah, and then I forgot to mention what I really loved. I love when they left to go for the mission, and then when they come back, I love like the everyone else is like they're thinking, oh yeah, everyone's happy because they came
And
back.
then when they find out they could save the day by just sacrificing their kid, they hate them. They're turning their back.
Everyone gets mad. Like, oh, we have families too, and this and that. And I love where Reed Richards in the end, like after that press conference, he's like, I don't know. He doesn't know what to do. So,
yeah, it's a real Sophie's choice. It's like, yeah, I mean, we could save the world, and even like you're saying, he's like, because even Silver Surfer's like, if you guys want to live, just leave this planet and just deal with it. And then like Johnny and everyone's like, what do you think? And Reed's like, no, we're gonna stay. If the world's ending, we're not gonna leave. It's good, man. Sorry, we're spoiling stuff, but we're not.
I know, hey, but it's already like 2 weeks, so you guys should already watch some movies.
True. Oh man, anything before we move on to our next movie that you can that you want to say about this one?
I guess we didn't briefly talk about Franklin, the baby, that much.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a CGI. I like CGI baby. It looked weird. I think it looked weird when Ben was holding it because he's all CGI.
yeah. But there are
like
some scenes.
Sorry, I do like that montage of them baby proofing the house, which that was pretty fun.
Yes, yeah, and like they're like Johnny comes home, he's on flames, the fire alarm goes off, and falls down the stairs because of the baby gate, and just like all yelling at Herbie, and it's like Herbie's just doing his job, guys.
Yeah, Herbie's doing his job. Herbert,
and then like Herbie's building the crib, and Sue's like, "That's your job, Reed. What? It's our kid. Why are you having the robot do it?" It's like, yeah, fuck you, Reed. He's like, but I built this machine to see if our kid's gonna be malnutrition, like evil or whatever. Oh man.
But yeah, no, it was a good movie. So
yeah. Out of 4 slices, what do you think? How many slices do you think you're gonna get?
I'm gonna give 4 slices as well. Four slices of crispy toast.
All right. I think I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go 3 on my end because I mean, some things could have been better, but overall, really good. Definitely worth the watch. Even if you're not an MCU fan, I think you can enjoy this one.
Oh yeah. It's a good film for like pretty much anybody, like not only moviegoers, but just somebody that wants to watch like an actual story, not just like a lot of plot holes and weird CGI.
Yep. True. And just so you know, folks, midway through the first title sequence at the end, we do get a mid-credit scene that kind of teases the next movie in a way. And then at the very end, there's something. So stick around if you want to see some extra footage there. All right. Up next, you have a movie that you said you were thinking about seeing twice. Did you end up seeing the
I did. I saw it last night, and I saw it. I saw it on Sunday, and I saw it last night with a coworker after.
Nice.
After one. I recommend it.
So, since you clearly have a lot of respect going here, you want to set up the quick elevator logline premise for the listeners?
Yeah, of course. So basically, the Naked Gun is kind of like a reboot of the franchise, of the Naked Gun franchise, from that started like in 88, 89, up until like the last film, like from like in the mid 90s. So pretty much what this is it takes place. This is actually Frank Durbin Jr., his the son of the original Frank Durbin,
Leslie Nielsen's character.
Leslie's character. So they're both detectives and in a police squad, like in the area. And the whole premise of this is pretty much, he's just a goofy guy that takes on high cases, and he stumbles upon a crime scene where this evil mastermind, this Elon Musk looking type of character that wants to do something ridiculous, like kind of restart the world and for him and his rich friends, and then it's up to him and the other character, Pamela Anderson character, to foil their other plans. It's the most ridiculous storyline ever. I mean, of course, it's a slapstick comedy, police comedy film.
Spooky
so
stuff,
so it's like I'll allow it because it's supposed to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, there was a reason why I watched it twice, because when I first watched it, every joke is one of the few movies where every joke, in my opinion, hit. Like there was no part where there's no joke, no part in the entire movie where I just like was like, I don't get it. I was like, I just stopped. You know, everything hit. It was, in my opinion, I'm not like you, Adam, that just you laugh out loud. I'll laugh too out loud, but at this point, like the audience were laughing even louder. So I feel like I had to match my loudness.
Fair enough.
When I first watched it, but yeah, it's a solid. I don't want to say like what people say is like, oh, they don't make them like they used to anymore. It's one of those movies that,
I mean, it's true though.
It would have been a hit if it would have been a really big hit if it came out 25 years ago. If it came out 30 years ago, it would make a big hit. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those movies.
Everyone who's seen it has loved it, and what really sells it is the fact that they're playing it straight. They're not playing it like a goof. Like the actors are playing as if they're doing a serious movie, and yet it's the most crazy bullshit stuff happening. And a shout out here, like we're talking Mole Man, Paul Walter Hauser is in here as Frank's sidekick, and he has some fun stuff. But
he has some fun stuff. So it's a good year for him, man.
Yeah, dude. And like the pedigree behind this, it's directed by Akiva from The Lonely Island, produced by Seth MacFarlane, and you can't ask for better. Like, and it has this cheesiness, and it kind of feels like almost a film noir in a way, because there's this dame comes into this guy's life, and he doesn't want to be with her, but he gets with her. And oh my God, there's a scene where they go on a weekend getaway, and there's like a threesome. And by God, it gets dark and crazy. There's a snowman involved.
Really but it was one of the funniest parts of the,
gosh.
And like I mentioned before, like every joke hit. There was like all these jokes. There was one Sex and the City joke that just I think I was the only one that actually got it in the movie theater, because nobody laughed. They got kind of confused, and I just started laughing. You know, of that really, it was a really simple Sex and the City joke, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like whoever wrote that, it was like,
and that's the thing, these jokes aren't always topical. Like, I love one where Danny Houston, the villain, is pouring Pamela Anderson a bottle of wine, and she's about to drink it. It's like, oh yes, this is from Bill Cosby's personal collection. Or like, there's a scene where Frank like lent Pamela's character a DVR, a TiVo, and he told her, don't plug it into the internet because I might lose the stuff on it. And then he goes to her house and sees there's an Ethernet cable. He's like, you plugged it into the internet. I might not have all seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I might never get to see. And he just goes on for like 5 minutes talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It's a good gag. It's a good gag because like I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So like I recall, like I know the episodes he's talking about. And, and I love after that scene he leaves, he's leaving with the TiVo. With the TiVo repeating right back. But
and then another one I liked. The Black Eyed Peas conversation, and then when they bring Fergalicious into it, I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's and not only like the jokes hit, and like you mentioned before, like the cast, like Liam Neeson is fantastic in it, man. He is great. I feel like like the material I can just tell he had fun with it.
I remember when years ago Seth MacFarlane announced that he was doing a Naked Gun with him. I'm like, maybe, I don't know. But then I remember there was this Ricky Gervais show where he like had a very funny scene talking about being at Greengrocers and like talking about getting AIDS and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. And then his scene in Ted 2 where he's like, am I allowed to buy this box of tricks? It says it's for kids. And it just, those two things alone, I'm like, all right, he can pull off comedy, I bet. But then he just goes balls out in this, which is, oh man. And he's even saying in press, like, he's getting too old to do action. So maybe this could be another renaissance of him. Maybe now we can start doing these comedy things, man.
Oh yeah.
And just having fun.
Oh yeah. And it's also, I want to go back to the cast. It's funny because if you think about it, it's kind of a little X-Men Origins Wolverine
Oh,
reunion
Danny
because
Houston.
Denny Hudson. Denny
Hudson,
Hudson and
sorry.
Kevin Durant, who played
Oh
Blob
shit!
and
Yeah. I forgot about him.
Stryker. Yeah, Stryker. Yes,
Uh,
Stryker. So watching
Striker.
them
Yep.
and the Kevin Durant's character in general is just hilarious. You know, yeah, even like I want to go back to all the jokes. Even the
Oh
most
yeah.
even the most ones where you see it so many times in previous movies, especially with Austin Powers.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh, the
whole
clean in the
joke of
oven.
like them having like like cleaning the oven. The whole joke, you see it so
When the
many
dog
times.
comes into frame.
Yeah. You see it so many times, so you think like it's not gonna work, but it somehow
Uh-huh.
they made it. They took it an extra step and they made it work.
Like when they put that
They
clip of
made it
her
work.
cleaning
It
the
could have
oven
easily
on the
been like,
trailer, I was like, this isn't gonna work. And then the scene just plays out too long that it
yeah.
starts funny, and it's like, I don't know, and then it gets funnier as it goes, like you're saying. It's like, wow, okay, cool, they're going for it.
Yeah, and
And like,
it clicked. It worked well. Like if it could have easily been like the joke could have just been fall flat easily because it's an
mm-hmm.
overused joke.
Oh, 100%.
Like but they made it kind of like they kind of like embrace it. So it was actually pretty fun
Yeah.
watching that. But yeah, everything about it. I think my all-time favorite was the whole coffee gag throughout the movie.
Yes, that
The
one's
coffee gag was
fantastic.
hilarious. I just like it just
And then
just
like when they get bigger and bigger, or like just the most awkward times they're getting it, I'm like, this is a great gag, and it
like in
keeps
the
going
air
and
or when
going.
they're driving. Yeah, oh man, that was great, and the whole body cam footage too. Did that work too?
See, when
That
that
worked.
footage was in the trailer, I'm like, this is fucking dumb.
Yeah,
If this is the
like,
movie, but then in the movie, it worked so
it worked
perfectly.
so well. I love that. Yeah, I love where he's eating the chili dog like breakfast of champions.
And then I had 3 more. I had 18 more that day.
And oh man, it was great. And like even Buster Rhymes, who played like the
Yes!
who was there,
The manslaughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was great in it too. It was overall he was great.
The brief Dave Bautista scene kind of coming and going. I'm like, okay, sure. One gag that I like is CCH Pounder is like the chief of police when she's in bed and her husband's sleeping and he has like a big thing, and like then like Frank's like, I hope you get that case and this and like it's just like every scene's like, shh, he needs to sleep, and then he got the job.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Oh man, yeah, that was
I had some mixed feelings watching it. Like my brother Nick asked me, "Is like, how was it?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's on par with the original, but it's not as funny. But it is. After talking about it again, I think I'm with you. Now I got to go see it again because honestly, I bet I missed some stuff. Like, there's so much that you probably pick up on each viewing. But I love the fact. I could be wrong here, but there's only one returning character from the original movies, and he comes in a post-credit scene and then a mid-credit in the middle of the movie. I'm like, thank God he's in this, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it, but I'm like, I love that. I'm like, just the way they introed him in the first movie, and just bringing him back, or when the credits start. You're getting the opening of the first movie. It's just watching that police siren as the car. I'm like, this is the fucking opening of the original. It's fantastic.
It was great. Like I think it's been a while since I've laughed at a actual comedy. Comedy film. So that was good. Honestly, it was in my opinion. I know some people. I've talked to a few people and they really enjoy it, but not as much as I did.
See, I was so surprised when you're like, I loved it so much, I'm gonna go see it again. I'm like, holy shit, that is like a biggest compliment. I feel like the last time you and I had that might have been like Horrible Bosses or The Change Up. I don't know if we saw The Change Up twice, but like,
we did, right?
Yeah, and then did we? Was it you and I that saw the Ted pre-screening when it was like before he was even in it, and then we saw it again, like. That was another one. I'm like, oh God, I want to see this as much as I can in the theater.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, these movies, they like, it's cliche to say, like you're saying, they don't make movies like this anymore, and they kind of don't. But I'm happy to see that spoofs are kind of coming back because we're getting the Wayans brothers returning to Scary Movie in a couple of months, I think. And hopefully Naked Gun, people seem to love it. Wasn't number one at the box office, but everyone who's seen it loves it. I feel like hopefully this franchise goes on and they do more with it.
Oh yeah, I would love to see Naked, instead of like Naked Gun 2.5 would be Naked Gun
3 and
2 5, or So it was a big surprise in my end because I know I watched the trailer and I saw your reaction videos on your short for that. For movie
I was kind of questionable I'm like, I don't know how this could go. And I had the same, it's funny, I had the same kind of feeling when I saw the Happy Gilmore 2 trailer. And unfortunately for me, I was right in my trailer reaction. I don't even want to talk about on here. Like, it was rough. But this, I'm happy to see lived up to it.
Yeah.
And
I'm really surprised how this movie turned out. And hopefully, like you said, hopefully they'll reignite comedy films, or in your case, parody films.
Well, not even even comedy. Like,
we need more comedy.
So much comedy, but we barely. If you get it now, it's more of a drama is thrown in the mix with the comedy, and it's not just full-fledged comedy. Yeah, and like everyone's like, you can't make comedy. Nobody wants to see that type of thing. But it's like things like this come out, and it's like, yeah, there is a hankering for hardcore R comedy. It doesn't have to be over the top crazy, but people want it. So why are we not making it anymore?
Yeah, it's great. It's just everything about it, and it did throw me off about Pamela Anderson because at first I was like, man, she looks kind of different. So
yeah, if you watch The Last Showgirl, but even in that movie, she looked different from this movie, and it's like,
yeah, there you go, yeah. But she was great in it too. Like,
she was fantastic. Yeah, like she really was. It's like, I'm happy to see these two older actors getting to shine and hopefully find new audiences and get the recognition that they should have got years ago. I mean, Liam Neeson has, but then I felt like he started becoming a parody of himself by making so many of these action movies. It's just nice to see him kind of having fun again, I think.
Oh yeah.
And anything we're forgetting, like anything that really stuck out that you want to mention before we go to our last review?
There's so many gags, there's so many jokes that just, like I said, like I'll say it again, like it just fits so well. And actually,
and like it's not just sight gags, there's audio gags, there's so many different types of gags.
Oh yeah. Even like, and like I said, I feel like if somebody else made this movie, it would not work. I feel like
and that's the thing. I have a love-hate relationship with Akiva's directing. Like, I didn't like Hot Rod when I first saw it, and then I recently rewatched it a few months ago. I'm like, all right, I understand. And then MacGruber, first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Then when I rewatched it, I'm like, oh, wow, okay, I get it. And then when he did the show, I'm like, holy fuck, this is great. And then Popstar, I liked the first time, but I was on the fence. Yeah. I feel like each of his movies, I'm like questionable. Then I rewatch it, and I'm like, oh, fuck. But then the first time I saw this, I'm like, all right, this is good. Like, he understands comedy coming out of SNL and Lonely Island and like Good Hands. And then with Seth MacFarlane backing it, it's like, these are two people who really get comedy. And normally you get half-assed comedy these days.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you get comedy. Yeah. Cause other than that gag I talked about earlier, there's another one easy joke that it could have just fall flat is when he's narrating, he's narrating what talking to his head, and then everybody starts doing it. He tells them to shut up. Yeah,
it's when Pamela comes in, right? They're all watching her leave, and then he looks at them. He's like,
easy, just like fall flat if somebody else did it.
And they're all thinking the same thing, and it's slightly out of sync with one another, and then it's fantastic. Like, so many of these gags shouldn't work, but just staying on it long enough or staying too long, which makes it even funnier. And it's a tight rope to walk, but I think they've really, really nailed it with this one.
Yeah, no, the same here. Also I like the crowd too. Like the crowd was digging it, so you can tell. You can tell the crowd was enjoying it as well. So.
And it's crazy. I don't know what your two audiences were like, but I had a little bit of everything. I sat next to an elderly couple, easily in their 70s, and they were having a good time. Like, okay, sure. I don't see elderly in these types of movies, but
yeah. See me on the same. I had the same reaction. I had the same audience. I had older people, than one young one. Even on my second viewing, there was like a little kid that was laughing too. He I think he enjoyed it more than I did. It was just like he thought like he was like 6 or 7. He's just like
dang.
I don't know.
And like I was saying earlier, like sometimes when you're a kid, you know something's funny, but it goes above your head. Like he probably didn't understand half the jokes, but he knew something was funny about it. And like years later, he can go back and rewatch it and fully understand it, which is kind of nice about comedy.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah, but yeah, honestly, I don't want to be too overly positive.
No, it's all good.
I give this, yeah, I give this a perfect. It's 5.
4. I've been pushing for 5, but I've been told that's one too many. That's only 4 stars.
Let me talk to that person. You know what? No, you know what? Since I'm hardly ever you hardly ever invite me to your podcast. You know, I'm just.
What's not inviting? It's just I'm gonna
give it 5 toast. 5 toast.
Okay.
5 toast. 5 toast out of 5, and a nice sourdough bread on the side.
Oh, all right. I'm not gonna lie. I was
bread lately. I don't know why.
I would. That makes me think about our next movie, the post-credit scene, making grilled cheeses. Sorry. Yeah. The longest, weirdest, awesomest post-credit scene I've seen in a while. I was on the fence coming in. I was thinking 2.5, but I'm going to go with 3 for mine. Like, and another thing we didn't talk about, it's only like 90 minutes. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Oh, yeah.
You're not sitting there. It's perfect timing. Yeah, so
it doesn't drag
5 out of 5 for you.
It's like.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Slice of sourdough bread, toasty bread.
6 slices. And 3 for me. So, folks, if you like comedy, definitely check it out. If you've never seen a Naked Gun movie, you can still enjoy it. Yeah. We got one movie left to review, one that's not out yet. It comes out on 8/29, and that is The Toxic Avenger. All right, for those of you who don't know, there's this kind of B/D grade production company called Troma. And one of their breakout movies is The Toxic Avenger. And it's an 80s superhero movie that is just pushing the boundaries. It's gory. It's gratuitous. It's ridiculous. And for some reason, 2025 is here. And I mean, they shot it back in 2022, 2023, but it's been sitting on the shelves. Either way, it's now being remade and starring Peter Dinklage. So this changes the original story. So essentially, there's a lot going on. There's a shady kind of pharmaceutical owner of a pharmaceutical company who's doing some shady shit. There's some people investigating him, and there's a worker that works at the company who finds out he's going to die, and the company's health insurance won't cover him. And he's a single dad trying to raise his ex's son, and he gets no respect, and he doesn't want to leave the kid alone. So he tries to get help, and one thing leads to another, and he's left for dead, but some toxic stuff seeps into him, and he becomes this malnourished kind of weird creature called the Toxic Avenger. And he wants to get revenge on those who've done him wrong, and he's mopping up the streets. It's gory, it's weird, it's wacky. I don't know if I set that up right. Rick, what would you say? How would you sell this movie?
Basically, if I would say it's one of those weird movies where it's like they kind of made it for a specific small amount of people who enjoy weird movies. You know, I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, I'm a big fan of the original franchise.
Oh yeah,
even Troma too. Like we watched Return to Nukem High.
Yeah, and then we were on the adverse seats waiting for Return to Nukem High, Volume 3 or 2, whatever that was. It's like it's good stuff. But honestly, like this, I've been waiting years for, and I was so excited that we got in. I'm happy we saw it. I'll see it again because I want to support small indie films, but they just changed way too much from the original, and they focused too much on the characters, character development, so many plot lines. Where the first movie, you have this geeky guy, he's thrown out of a window, falls into a vat of like this toxic stuff, and becomes this kind of freak who fights evil. He has sex with a blind lady, and there's kind of no plot. In this, they tried forcing a plot, and they tried making it feel too goofy and silly. I mean, it's funny, but it's just drawn out too much. And when there's action, it's crazy and bonkers. But like you were saying, it's for a very specific niche of people. And even us as fans of the original, it didn't quite hit the target.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on like this one. It's unlike our previous movie that we just reviewed. You know, this one just honestly it kind of fell flat. I feel like it was great that we saw it early. Perfect. You know, that's awesome. Because I was when you first told me about it, I was like, yeah, I'm down. You know, I want to see what it's all about. You know,
and let's not forget, there's an amazing cast as Toxie. You have Peter Dinklage as the main villain, Kevin Bacon. It's his brother Elijah Wood, kind of feeling like Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah, there you go.
Young actor Jacob Tremblay, who's been in some big things like Room and stuff like that, and then some other pretty good people. But and they're all playing it as goofy and wacky. But what, like we were saying, what made the Naked Gun so special was the fact that they took it seriously. And I feel like here they're like, let's try to be goofy, and that's what then took back a little bit of the fun charm, I think.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. You know, it kind of, I don't know, I'm not gonna say that it's a bad film. I want to say that it's an okay film because, you know, it's from an independent company. You know, they had a hard time. I saw that they finally got distributed by Anchor Bay, you know, Entertainment, and that distributing company itself.
Oh, they had some
revived again because they used to be very popular in the 90s and distributed a lot of these type of films to VHS, and then later on to DVD. They kind of fell flat. They couldn't get anything. They couldn't get anything. So finally, they did a kind of like they revived the company. But it's just one of those films where it's like I don't know. It's like it's like you mentioned before. They try to make Peter Dinklage's character Toxie, you know, Toxie as kind of like a likable character, like a character that you kind of feel sorry for. And then for Toxic Avenger, that's not what it's about. It's not.
He was just getting revenge on assholes who fucked with him, essentially.
The first movie. You know, something. If I want to do a reboot, I'd rather just do. I wouldn't redo it shot for shot, but I'll make up a BS story like you know, like a ridiculous story, and then just and then just go straight to the all the weirdness, the all the practical gags, all the weird gore and all that. You know, it's cool that they're trying to do something different, but it just didn't work for me. Yeah, it took too long. And
it's kind of a shame because I really like this director. He did a movie called Green Room that starred Patrick Stewart. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm a big fan. I like his work, and he's done some other pretty good movies. And then he did this, and it's like, I like that you're taking the risk, but honestly, I feel like if it was remade, I feel like they should have gave a budget to Lloyd Kaufman and Troma and had them kind of come in and do their version of a bigger scale, because they would have stuck with that original kind of DIY style situation, and they could have had money and made it look good, but it would have been in the vein of the, I don't know, but it's like it's not bad, but it's not.
It's not good. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, but yeah, I totally agree with you what you just said, because that's what made Return to Nukem High actually really funny. Because you know, Lloyd Kaufman was really part of it, you know, because he wanted to continue like the story pretty much. On this one, it's just like he does have a cameo in it, but it
takes a while, but he gets in.
It takes a while, but he's there. But it's like,
and it's not really substantial. He has more to do in Guardians of the Galaxy in that.
Exactly. But yeah, it's like it's not really a good film. There are some funny scenes that I really enjoy. There's a cat scene that I actually enjoyed.
Oh yeah.
Anything with cats is
Uh-huh.
is funny.
And I love there's this like kind of weird punk rock band that are also villains. Yeah. They're pretty fucking funny. Yeah. I was so mad at myself. I had to use the bathroom so bad I had to leave right as
I saw you. Yeah, I saw you.
I think would have been the best fucking scene of the movie that I was looking forward to because it was in all the teaser, the Miss Meat scene, which is kind of replicated from the original movie where he has his first kill and it's badass. But I had to poop. I would have pooped my pants in the theater if I did. So I'm like, fuck. I know I'm missing something good, but yeah. And like I said, we just got in by the bare minimal. Like we weren't able to sit together. I think my favorite part was they gave us these like foam hands of Toxie and these like mops that they wanted us to hold up. And I was just holding mine because it was awkward, but I was going to put it down. Like, and you were sitting behind me. You had to come up and you're like, I don't mean to be a dick, but could you put that down when the movie's, I'm like, yeah, I don't even want this thing, man.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, it was just there. I did take the foam hand with me. It's in the other room.
If I didn't have to travel, if I lived in Los Angeles, I would have taken it with me because it's cool. But what they did give us, and I have on my desk here, but you probably can't see because it's the green screen. They gave us, you can't really. Yeah. They gave us this green Toxic Avenger sludge, GAC type stuff, which is cool. Yeah, but
I have it here as well. Yeah, which is cool. So I was like, all right, cool. But yeah. Other than the movie, we're really lucky that we got in because I remember I was waiting for you. I got in line, and
I'm the type of person who doesn't like to get in. Like if someone's waiting in line before me and then there's a huge crowd behind them, I will be like, hey man, I gotta wait in the back. I'm not cutting people. And I was so afraid because I took the shuttle and it was like a 20-minute walk, and I'm slow and fat when I walk. I'm like, oh, no way am I going to get there in time. The movie's about to start. And literally, I think I was right behind you. And luckily, nobody was behind us yet. But by the time we got up to the table, there was a huge line of people who clearly weren't going to get in. And I felt bad. I mean, there was 2 more screenings later, but for us, I wanted something at the beginning of the con so we could enjoy the rest of the con. But funny, now that I'm thinking another fun line story, there were these 2 guys playing a Switch 2 with it on the fucking ground waiting to get in. Yeah. And right as they started playing and getting into it, they started moving the line into the theater. And it's like, oh, you just put your Switch 2 on this gross San Diego.
Yeah. I remember because he was waiting. I didn't like them. They were kind of annoying. They kind of
you get that. These crowds.
Yeah. Yeah, they were kind of annoying because they have that, and like I brought my PlayStation Portal, and they were just like trashing me because I had that.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, because like it's not a real console. Or no, sorry, it's not a real handheld. I was like, it's not a. Now I had to explain. It's not a handheld. It looks like.
Oh, but you can use your very expensive fucking what are they? Not Raspberry Pis, but I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Sorry. I have a Switch too, so I don't know why I'm talking. And speaking of Switch, I know this has nothing to do. Did you see Nintendo is now up in the price of a regular Switch?
Oh yeah,
and they're probably going to up the price of Switch too. What the fuck, Nintendo? Way to hate your audience. I'm happy I got my Switch 2 opening day because who knows how much it's going to cost when games come out that I want.
And I don't even play Nintendo games that much. So that's so I was like, okay.
Oh, Steam Deck. They essentially have like a overpriced Steam Deck, and they're talking shit about you. Oh, yeah, you can at least play exclusive cool games. They can play remastered games. Fuck you guys. Sorry. Either way, Toxic Avenger. I've been so excited about this movie. It let me down. I still liked it, but I didn't love it. I'm going to see it again because I want to support indie cinema and let them get my money. But unfortunately, I don't think this is going to become a new franchise. It's a one and done in my opinion. But for me, I'm gonna give it 2 slices of toast, and that's being generous. I was gonna give 1.5, but I'm gonna give 2 slices. You have given 5 slices with the side of sourdough and 4 slices, which is a perfect score to our previous movies. So I'm intrigued to see where this one's gonna fall. 7 slices and a grilled cheese.
Unfortunately, this one, if I can give it negative 50 slices, I would.
Fuck.
Honestly, it didn't do it for me. It really didn't.
I get it.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a one and done. Yeah, it's not gonna restart a whole new Toxic Avenger franchise. I feel like it's gonna be that it's gonna be released in the movie theaters, and
only for like a week, I bet.
Yeah, and
it's not gonna survive more than 2 weeks.
And then it's gonna hit a random streaming service, and nobody's gonna watch it.
Could maybe find a cult following, but I doubt it. Sadly.
I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. And honestly, it sucks because it
had potential.
It had potential. It could have been a lot better. It really could. Like, other than a few funny scenes and Peter Dinklage at the Toxic Avenger, somehow he's taller. I don't know. So
I did get to the bottom of that. I remember when we left the theater, I'm like, is it me, or when he became the Toxic Avenger, he looked taller and more buff? And I was reading an article yesterday. Apparently, for the first couple of days, he was in the suit, but then after, his stunt double was in the suit, and stunt double was a little bit different than him. Which I'm like, so why are you getting the recognition for just doing a voiceover here, Pete? Come on, man. Ugh. But I will say, one thing that kind of sucks is, like, the summer that they announced that they were going in production for this, like right before, I worked on this small movie that was directed by Kevin Bacon's wife, Kara Sedgwick, and I'd gone on a tech scout with her, so I got some one-on-one time almost. And then later, Kevin was in the movie, and like I was scanning fucking. It was COVID time, so I was scanning for temperatures, and I met him and whatnot, and then our AD's birthday was happening, and across the street from our production office was like a brewery, and Kevin was just kind of talking to all of us and being cool, and it was down to earth. And then, like, after the movie wrapped, they announced he was in it. I'm like, I wish I could have asked him about the movie. Like, I wish I knew he was in this movie, because I love the original holds a special place in my heart. But but I will say, I teased earlier, stick around if you see this movie. It has one of the best post-credit scenes I've ever seen, and it's significantly long and bizarre, and honestly, in my eyes, the funniest part of the movie, I think.
Yeah, it was a good highlight, and because of that scene, and actually, I kind of enjoyed the whole makeup of Toxie. It looked pretty good. Other than that, I would overall, I'm gonna have to give this like a one slice of toast.
I get that, but like we were talking when we were walking back, like just discussing about the movie. I was like, hey, I don't know if you've seen like the stills and promos, but like it looks like just a guy in a mask, and like what they're showing you does not do justice. It looks actually really good, the prosthetics in the film, but the marketing not so much. I don't know why, but it looks believable. Only thing that did suck and looks like it did in the marketing is, I don't know if you're watching this, I got the little fucking banner of it down below. His mop looks more like a crystal. And it's like, I just want a fucking mop. Give a real mop.
And we were talking about it. I remember when we were waiting, it was like, and you're like, and I go, I bet you it's going to be something about magical powers or wizards. And it looks like a staff. I'm like, what the hell is that? I was like, dude, just give me a mop. The mop is funny.
Yeah, and that's what made the original Toxie so cool. He's gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, his mom.
And he lived down by the. He lived in the woods in a tent in the original. Here he lives in a rundown apartment and has a kid. But I don't know. So yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't for us, but it could be for you. I mean, if you're watching or listening to this and you end up seeing the movie and you disagree, let us know how you feel about it, man. Like, we'd love to hear your take on it. And like I said, I'll watch again.
I want to hear your opinions.
But have you? I know it just came out like 2 days ago at this point, or 3, depending if you're in my time zone. Have you checked out any of King of the Hills revival season 14?
I'm on episode 5.
Me too. I think the last episode I watched was the Bananas episode, and Bobby trying to get back with Connie.
Was that episode 5?
4 maybe.
Because I saw one which was my favorite one. Is when they go to the training. Bobby gives Hank a Father's Day gift. They take him to it was like the Dallas Cowboys training training thing.
Oh,
I think,
Grandpa and the Green Bay Packers? I
yeah,
haven't seen this episode yet.
It's like training, but Bobby gets to he's seeing like this vegan chick, and that whole episode just reminds me of a classic King of the Hill episode.
Steve,
and like yeah,
that's my issue with this so far. The first episode felt really like a King of the Hill episode. The others, I'm like, it feels a little off, a little different.
Yeah,
but I still like it. But I don't know. How do you feel? Like, I feel like it's not as good, but it's still nice. Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't think that they can pull multiple seasons. How the format's going, but it's not terrible though. It's like I don't know. It's not terrible. It's like there's one. I don't know which episode it is. I don't know if you watched it yet but there's one where Bill said he's like, oh, I gotta meet my friends. And
I haven't seen this yet.
Okay, well, real quick is like he's like I gotta see my friends, and like everybody like Dale and Boomhauer are like they think his friends are like invisible because it's fucking.
And he hasn't left the house since Peggy and Hank left anyway. So
Hank
what did he call the window? He's like, I don't know what you call it. You outdoors people. What the wall portal or something?
The wall.
Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Well, remember when he's like, bring Peggy by when he's in his house, like he calls the window something. It doesn't matter. Sorry. What about the friends? Are they real or are they fake?
Well, they're real because Hank follows them, but it's like since how like he's retired now in the revival, but before he was a barbershop. He was a barber for the army.
Oh, in the Navy. Yep.
He got like a part-time job at a barbershop, but it's a black barbershop.
Nice.
Because he goes, I gotta meet my boy. Like Bill says that, and Hank's like, "What the hell?" It's a Bill, but I'm not gonna spoil it because he goes in there and like the whole A story, is like fucking hilarious from like start to finish. And like the B story is Bobby has like a rat in his fucking restaurant. And he hires Dale to like. So it's like, that was a good episode. I think that was the last one. I don't know how many are there.
I think maybe 8 or 10, probably 8.
Probably the last, second to last. But yeah, no, I started watching it like on midnight when I stood up late. I watched the first 3.
See,
man, I'm tired.
I wanted to do that, but I had the mindset. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. And I'm gonna record. I'm gonna do like watch-alongs, and then I'm like, fuck it, I just want to watch this. So I just got started last night. But I like one episode when I don't know why I'm blanking on names now. Fucking Bobby's roommate. Fucking
Joseph.
When Joseph's like, yeah, being a white man, it's rough for me being a white guy. And he's like, okay. Or the fact that like they've upped Peggy being like just a naive, full of herself person, and like now Bobby and fucking Hank are like, yeah, or they call her, and I love how she says Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabia. Well, she's always kind of been like that because there's a guy.
No, she has, but I feel like they've upped it even more since.
What's funny is like this is why I kind of want to watch like the behind the scenes of the original series. Because somebody pointed out on YouTube of this theory that the reason she's like that is because it's after when she fell, when she was skydiving.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody pointed out that before that, she was speaking fine. And so I guess it messed up with her head and she started saying all these weird things and how she knows Spanish and shit like that. And I guess it's just a theory, but it's a...
And then I like the episode where Hank's watching that reboot of the show, and she's like, he just said he's gonna kill and decapitate the whole family, and he's like, Peggy, there's subtitles that says Merry Christmas, and they're like, well, that is very disturbing that they got that wrong. I love how like they show like them in Saudi Arabia, and they have like all these maids and people working for them, like at their house in Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, that was cool actually. I was like, I don't know if that's real or not.
But and then I love how like when Hank like tells the rideshare guy, I'm gonna give you 4 because you should be something to work for, and then he becomes addicted to the bananas. Like it's like like you said, It's close, but I don't know if they can do multiple seasons, really.
Yeah, I don't think they can do multiple seasons for that. And what bothers me is like I know I was that dude Tub Huss, the guy who played Dale. Like I know
Toby Huss
died.
is now going to be
Toby Huss.
Dale, and
then they have. I feel like
Kong.
the dude who's impersonating him. Like I feel like sometimes like it kind of works, but there are other times where it's like he tries to impersonate like it's somebody just trying to impersonate how
it sounds off.
Gribble, like it sounds. It throws me off. I was like,
right, because he's such a specific, interesting. I mean, he did record a couple of episodes, but then you can hear later on. It's like, oh, even the it's just like you couldn't find anybody who like is a good impersonation of him. Come on.
Yeah. And also, what I didn't like in the first episode, you see how like Bill's like fat, but then later on,
and then he's normal again. I noticed like he had like the big triple like chin, and then an episode or two later, he's back to regular Bill, and I'm like, let's see him fatter. I keep the beard or something. Everyone else looks aged and grizzled, but not him.
Yeah, everyone else looks aged. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you watched that one where it's like we find out that Hank likes soccer when he was in Saudi Arabia.
No.
He's scared. Oh yeah. He likes soccer, but he's
much. It's like he would never go to another country. He would never watch soccer. Like it's like, come on, man.
It doesn't make sense. Like in the original story, he loves Texas. I would never picture him leave.
Like they gotta explain why. Like, and Strickland Propane was his life. Do we find out why he stopped working there? Like, or what happened?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna explain it from that part, but
and it's like I don't feel like they know who they want to follow. Do they want to follow Hank? Do they want to follow Bobby? And it feels odd not having Luann around. I mean, I know we can't bring her in, but it's weird. And then we don't have Con and Connie as much. And it's like,
we don't. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but
like it's. Yeah, I feel like the original. It's worth watching the original more than, but I'll see it through.
Yeah, I'll see. It's like it's only gonna last about. I'll be surprised if it'll go up to like season 3.
Although I said the same thing about the Futurama revival.
Oh, that's true. Look at that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm surprised Futurama is still going.
Like last season kind of was a letdown. Like both these shows, once the strikes happened and I lost production work, like I would just spend days and nights, all hours watching King of the Hill and then Futurama and then watching these revivals. I'm like, man, I had so much hope. I'm sorry.
Are we offline or?
Nope. Sorry. I normally do this weird banter thing with Dennis after, and I realize my editor is already going to kill me because last time we had a 3-hour episode, he kind of wasn't happy. So sorry, Al. I love you, buddy. You did a good job. And
sorry, Al. I'm sorry.
Rick, thank you so much for coming in. Dennis, if you're watching or listening, sorry about what's going on. Can't wait to have you back. I can't wait to hear your take on Fantastic Four and miss you, buddy. But Rick, it was great talking with you. Yeah, thank you. And hopefully we get to do this another time sometime. And hopefully Dennis will be here with us. But thank you all for listening and watching. Have a great toasty day. That's not something we say. All right, I'm ending this. Sorry.
Make it a toasty day.